Welcome to the Alchemy of Movement and Vitality, episode number 3. I hope that the first 2 classes brought you a lot. Curious about your experiences. Maybe you've already written it on our page. But today we're going to go deeper into breath. Breath is not really the same than breathing, which describes the process, and it's very different than taking a breath. Most people, they are either not breathing, well they are, but they're not really conscious about it, or they are really working on it. Some of them are feeling that this thing, life, is coming inside of them, but when we become one with breath, when we fuse with this, we also become one with the flow of life. There's so many students that tell me like, well, I don't find time to practice, I have such a busy schedule. Then I often say, like, well, do you have time to breathe? And, well, most of them, they don't even answer, of course. We all have time to breathe. We think it's very obvious that we're breathing, but if you skip 1 or 2, then we get a little bit more focused and concentrated on it, because it is so essential. The breathing is so much more than just the lungs filling with air and then letting go of the air, the oxygen and CO2 exchange. Actually, in the Oriental philosophy and also in the alchemical process, we say we breathe air from our lungs and we breathe matter from our intestines. It belongs to the element of metal. And metal was about the ability to separate and to create clarity. So if the breathing works well, then also the heart is very happy. And let me illustrate this with my balloons. If the heart is happy, that is probably because his friends, the closest friends, because they are closest to the heart, they really surround the heart very closely. And now when the lungs fill up, they squeeze the heart softly, and the heart really needs that also. It's not only when the lungs fill up completely that they massage the heart, but they also push the diaphragm down and the whole intestinal area gets this massage. Now most people, they don't breathe a lot. And then the process literally turns around. That means the heart now is not very happy anymore because it doesn't receive its daily massage. It starts to feel unhappy, tense, and the arteries around it getting also more tense. The diaphragm is not moving anymore, so that means the lymph system also starts to get saturated. So that is the first step, is to really be grateful for this process of filled with life, because every new breath is a gift. It just comes to you. You didn't work for it. You can't pay for it. It just comes inside of you. It opens your heart, and it's not only working in your lungs. It's actually the membrane of the cell, which is your skin, that absorbs the life force. But it's just like we eat. It would be the mouth would be the first part where we take it in, and then comes to the stomach. Now it comes through your nose or your mouth, the air comes in, fills the lungs, but it's the beginning of the process. And that's what most people have forgotten about. Let me show you about the alchemical breath. Now we keep the heart here, I miss one hand to hold it in place. The alchemical breath is happening below the diaphragm. And we often say, well, there is no air going there, but there is a lot of energy going there. And that energy comes from the fire, from the movement from the air down, and also the fire in the belly, the small intestine, the solar plexus. But there's another component which is even more secret, and that is the water energy. The water energy is from our sexual energy, from the bladder, from the kidneys. So now we have water and fire. And water and fire is about sexual essence and love energy. When they meet each other, it's actually the magic of the whole creation of life. Now, as you see in the balloons, the trick is not to let go of the life force. Because if we don't move the diaphragm down, but let it come up, then we do like this. Just picture the yellow balloons again, and then we go, but nothing happens here. There's no force here. We pump up this red balloon by moving the diaphragm down and let the vitality come into your belly so that it becomes like a baby belly. It fills up and it shrinks back together and it massages all the organs. That's the one. Don't do this one. Then it means you don't hold the diaphragm down. It's like, but breathe in and press it down. And let this whole area, not only the front, but also the side, the back expand. Then step number 2 is, when you breathe in, make sure you close your pelvic floor a little bit, like pulling it softly up. Because otherwise, the life force and certainly the sexual essence, step by step will move out. Then it's only fire here. It's like a car which has this engine that gets very hot. To make it really working, you need also the water, the cooling around it. So when you breathe in, you actually push down and pull up at the same time. You relax your heart, and these two forces come together. And when you breathe out, you relax, but you don't let go. You don't let go completely. You hold them softly, not with tension, but just relaxation, and your intention is going there. Like in, filling up with life force. It's like a circle, a big dome you have there inside with energy. And when you breathe out, it all withdraws in one point. If this would be your belly, the center point of your belly, it actually moves like this. You breathe in, squeeze it softly together. It's the two forces moving in, but you don't have to think about this all the time. Squeeze them together. And what you see is, if I would turn this ball, it expands to all directions. So it also opens your spine. It also massages your kidneys. Make sure that you don't do like this, so that it bulbs out on the front and the side is not really opening or expanding anymore. Keep the breath inside, very deeply inside, and bring the smile from your heart in connection with the process happening in your belly, because it will revitalize your body. When you breathe out, you let go. You bring water and fire together. You can do this during the day. You drive your car, you're sitting in the car in the traffic jam, or you're at your office working on the computer. Have this constant recharge. So there's a lot of possibilities to use it. The time of no time to practice is finished that way. Oh, that was the life force. Now, I can imagine that this is a lot of information. Although the breathing is simple in itself, it takes a while to get it. And make sure you find a way or a position that works for you. The way I sit might be challenging for you. You can do it sitting on a chair. You can even start laying down on your bed or on your sofa. As long as you get this movement going down and the process happening here. This is not just the belly. It is in origin is where the brain, the heart and the belly all came together and the system opened up. So going back there is a process of internal cultivation, and it will bring your life more, make your life more focused, more concentrated, more clear. Well, I wish you a lot of success trying this out. It can be fun, and it made a big difference for me. If you feel like this is really too much information, or you say, well, I'm really getting excited about this, there's more possibilities to get more personal guidance. This summer we're doing an intense 6-day training where we can go deeper into the process of creating internal alchemy, but also can focus deeper on problems that you have on a physical, emotional, mental level. So take a look at our website, because the trainings are there. And also don't forget to write down your questions or your comments, your experiences. Just put them on the page here below.